Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today here at Mad World Tarot, still with the Halloween Tarot on the tarot table because of course, it being Halloween just about. And we're looking at some nightmarish stories for Harry and Meghan. And this latest one involves them popping up, quite literally, at the Dodgers game in LA yesterday, all over the press and all over the Jumbotron as well. And apparently, according to people who were there at the game, they were booed. Harry looked dreadful. He looked out of it. He looked sad. He looked lost. She was clawing at him at one stage. He had his fists balled in front of his body, sort of blocking her from clawing at him. She, of course, grinning from ear to ear as ever. No kids, just them. We want to know why they showed up. Clearly, Harry has no interest in the game. And clearly she was just there to get herself on screen. Why did they show up? How did the crowd respond? Did the crowd really boo them? We want to know. And we also want to know how they felt if they were booed. And do they realize that they have lost public support? For the most part, in my opinion, of course, in the United States. How's that going down for them? That they've not only lost the British public, they lost them years ago, but seemingly also, I would say your average, and I don't mean that in a disparaging way at all, your average American has taken against them. Seemingly, from the comments, from the response, from all of that stuff. Little 5-card reading to end the day. And of course it's tarot for fun and entertainment. All my opinion. All just speculation, and just read energy, and disclaimer in the box below. And we have the King of Ghosts in reverse as our underlying energy, which is the King of Cups. That's someone who's just gone cold, who's distant. That's Harry's energy. That's just, he's checked out. And you can see it. He really looked very, very bad. He looked disturbingly bad in terms of, shall we say, medication or intoxication, one of those, or either or both, or whatever. Just his attitude, his energy. There were moments when he smiled and he whatever, of course, because he does remember from time to time that that's part of the deal. He's got to do that. But that energy, the King of Ghosts in reverse, is someone who's checked out of his relationship, who can be very depressed, very emotional in a very negative way, really not in control of his emotions, but also very distant from a partner. It's not good energy. The King of Ghosts in reverse situation, the booing, the crowd. We've got the devil. Oh yeah. Toxic energy, of course. And noticed, I would say, that people are now aware of it. That I want to, funnily enough, just looking at that word, the devil, there's a little voice saying, whispering on my shoulder. It's saying, the she-devil. Isn't that funny or strange? They were sitting in prime seats, apparently, I know nothing, in front of people who were much more important and much more crowd favorites, actual stars, who should have been there, and the Parkles got the plum seats instead, and all the camera time, the screen time. People are looking at it and thinking this is a toxic situation. This is not a healthy situation. They're seeing it, in my opinion, of course. So why were they there? We're just asking. I think we can all say why they were there, but why were they there? The Queen of Pumpkins, that's the Queen of Pentacles. It's very Catherine energy always when it shows up, but she's got her big launch. She's launched her seasonal offerings, her holiday season offerings on as ever, and so she needs all the publicity she can get. He's got to be dragged along. I would say it's part of whatever strange compact they have between them. I hope one day we find out all about that deal. or no deal. And so there she is. She's got to pretend that she's in this wonderful relationship, that she's a good American, that she's, you know, she lives a life that's aspirational to Americans, because only Americans can buy her products. Bad luck, you guys. So Queen of Pumpkins, that's her, and her pretense of being this homemaker, this down-to-earth person, this very grounded, normal person. She was wearing her normal clothes, her jeans and all of that. I don't think they were ripped jeans, but pretty much. I don't think she was barefoot, but pretty much. So you get the picture. Crowd response. Was there booing? Was there disdain, disgust, horror, amazement, dismay? Wheel of Fortune. That's not horror and outrage, even though it's quite a grim Wheel of Fortune, because it's the person who's on the board having knives thrown at them. Not fun. But for the most part, you can dodge the... Well, you can't dodge the knives, not when you're strapped to that board and the board's going round and round and the knives are whizzing at you. Difficult. But it's about trying your luck, that card. And so people, I think, first of all, first thing I need to say really is that people took the opportunity, which is the Wheel of Fortune. There's a moment where it's like, oh, there they are on the screen. Now we can all have a boo if we want to. There's your chance to boo. But for the most part, I think people are looking at it and thinking, there they are trying again to elevate themselves, trying to promote themselves, trying to turn things around with that Wheel of Fortune. It's not negative energy, it's just observation. The main thing that's coming through in this reading is that it's people taking note. They are aware of what is going on, which is dangerous for Harry and Meghan, I would say, because it's the people who don't read the Daily Mail every day and everything else, don't go on social media and sit all day in chat forums and stuff like that, who maybe hear about them once every 5 years when they're on Oprah or whatever and think, oh, poor things, cruel, heartless royals. It's those people that I feel are in this reading, that are watching, that now know the deal. So let's move on and let's ask how Harry and Meghan felt in that moment. I think Harry actually sort of turned around and gave a smile like, you can't get at me. But how did they feel? And we have the Seven of Bats in reverse, which is the Seven of Swords in reverse. I can't speak today. It's too much singing. Seven of Bats is exposure. It's the Seven of Swords. When it's in reverse, it's been exposed. It's like time's up, and now we see you. We know who you are. We know what you've done. And it's my Megxit card as well when it's upright, the Seven of Bats. It is disappearing, ghosting people, taking titles and things that you shouldn't really take when you're deciding not to be a working royal anymore and going off and grifting with them. It's being seen again. So the strong energy, it's just screaming through in this reading, is that they are exposed for what they are, and they know at some deep level, even if Harry could manage to smile and think, I'm a prince of the realm, he knows. So let's ask the question finally. How do Harry and Meghan feel about the fact that the public is no longer falling for their spin, no longer fawning over them? And I mean the American public, the average American. How does that feel? And I've got the Ten of Bats. That's bad, bad news, as you can see. It's a bit like Ophelia there, but it's the Ten of Swords. Someone who's ruined, down and out, done, finished, absolutely. It's in reverse. you could be charitable and say that because it's in reverse, they think that the worst is over and they'll recover from this. And it's sitting under our Queen of Pumpkins, who's launched her candle and her mulled wines little kit and whatever else she's launched, her sparkling wine and the rest of it. I think one of them thinks that they can save the day, and that would be the Queen of Pumpkins. And I think the other one knows that it's done, it's over, and that would be the King of Ghosts. And the crowd sitting on the sideline sees the devil, sees the Wheel of Fortune. They can kind of see Harry pinned there having knives thrown at him too, for what it's worth. And I say that because of that 7 of bats that's also on the tarot table. I would say that it was not the happiest evening of their lives, and they probably went home feeling quite worried. Even old Has-Been, I think it's dawned on him finally that he is in deep trouble. That's your reading, all in my opinion, of course. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.